Alright, here's another Cante Accompaniment lesson. This one's on Solea por Buleria. Solea por Buleria, again, is kind of in between, tempo-wise, between Solea and Bulerias. It has a similar melody to Solea, and it shares some similarities in the melody to Bulerias. Too, but it's in this mid-tempo. And the tempo is very similar to Alegrias, usually a little bit slower than Alegrias, a hair slower, because it's got more of a somber feel to it. It is a Solea, in every sense of the word. It's a little bit more on the sad side, the darker side, musically, and as far as, you know, what the words are usually about and all that stuff. Now, if you notice, the tangos and this Solea por Buleria and the Bulerias, they really kind of share the same chords. It's the same chords happening and almost the same order. And that really is the flamenco kind of, you know, standard issue cante formula. There's a lot of other stuff that happens, but that's where the basis of a lot of this stuff happens. This situation where you have a melody over an A chord, a B flat chord, and sometimes a D minor in the beginning of the letra, and the end C7 to F, returning with a cadence of B flat to A Phrygian. Whether it's tangos, Bulerias, or Solea por Buleria like here. It's a very common thing. In the Bulerias lesson, you'll see it goes to an E7 chord, but these chord progressions are fairly similar with slight little changes here and there. But it's in this way, it's akin to blues, where you have very similar chord progressions over and over and over again, with subtle variations on how the melody is delivered, either guitarists with doing falsettas or with singers singing. It's kind of interesting, the correlation between the two, because there is definitely a similarity, and of course these are both musics that were created by oppressed people, so it's an interesting scenario that both have similar formulas in the way that verses are created, at least in their most standard forms. Alright, I hope you guys enjoy the lesson. It's not really too hard. You just got to use your ear and learn to follow. Of course, use the Cante solo recording to practice along to it. See if you can make any subtle changes after you learn the accompaniment that I have laid down. And play around with it. Have a good time. Alright? We'll see you guys in the next class.